So people think that there's no big deal in not posting on social media, while others think that if you are doing a good work, you should be able to promote itself. I take a stand. I believe that if you believe in your product or your service, you should promote it. Visibility is not about promoting yourself or wanting to make more money, because these are the ideas people have around visibility. But the idea of visibility is that you have something that can help another person. Why not help them to see that you have it? And it will be a privilege for them to pay to get it. Because when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Money is not the value. What you offer in exchange for money is the value. The value you are offering also came at a cost. Put aside the idea of the fact that because I'm selling it, so if I promote it, people will think I'm just about the money. Who doesn't want money? Some people also want to wait till they are perfect. All of those are in your head. Please, can I say that don't wait till you're perfect before you start doing what you need to do? Because you can wait till you're perfect and you don't now have the leverage social media affords you when you are not perfect. The greatest threat to success is not failure. It is what I call invisibility. Now, every opportunity begins with visibility. But what I'm here to discuss is the fact that for anyone to patronize you, for anyone to do business with you, for anyone to refer you, they must know that you exist. At one point or the other, they must know that this is the business you do. And it goes beyond just knowing that this is the business you do. It also goes to understanding your offer, because people can know that you do a certain business, but they don't know your offer. When they want to do business with you, they don't know what to do, what step to take. They don't know how to reach out. Are they supposed to reach out to you directly, or you have an admin, or you have a customer care? They don't understand how your business works. Some people are very kind that they reach out to you and ask, okay, how do you work with people? Some people request for, an example came to mind. I wanted to buy a material for my baby's birthday shoot, and I reached out to a friend because I've seen her post something like that before. So first of all, I went to her WhatsApp number and I saw the catalog. I saw different materials. There were no prices there. So I said, okay, that means she does what I think she does. And this is me trying to see that I'm able to patronize my friend. So I reached out to her and I said, okay, I know you sell materials. Can you give me samples and prices and recommend which one I can buy? She said, there are several samples and all that. I should check her Instagram. I said, okay, no problem. She didn't give me her Instagram. I went to catalog again. I saw that Instagram is linked. So I went to the Instagram. I checked, but I didn't see what I wanted. So I said, can you recommend something for me? She said I should check her Instagram. So at that point, I just felt, okay, I mean, if you want me to do business with you, you should make it as easy as possible. First of all, I've taken the step to reach out to you. But then I needed you to give me clarity, because what is missing most time is clarity. People want to do business with, but from their intention to making the first payment is not clear. And they need you to guide them. So what did I do? I told my wife, okay, can we get someone else that can just give us sample and give us the amount? And she got someone else. The person sent me the pictures, the amount, the range. I said, okay, this is the range of my budget. Let's make payment. And we make payment and the person delivered it to us. Delivered it to our fashion designer and the person. So we just got the ready to wear and we're good. So what is the point? This lady was not visible enough. However, because I've seen it on her status before, I reached out to her. But the process between my intention and my purchase was not so clear, and she was not even helping. The fact that it was not clear, that's one problem on its own. The fact that she was not taking the initiative to recommend or to guide me through the process is a problem. So every opportunity needs visibility to be able to, to turn the opportunity to business. And before people buy from you, like I said, before people refer, before you do business with people, they must know. I think visibility is just the foundation of business. It's the first thing we must all solve in our business. It will be funny to realize that the people closest to you do not know how to patronize. It's very funny because that's how it is. They don't know how to, because the example I gave, I didn't know how to patronize her because it was not clear. And it will also be funny that people around you don't know what you do. I was speaking at a, shall I say, I had an opportunity to speak to a group of ladies, and I told them to do this as an exam, as an assignment. I said, ask the people around you to tell you what they think they do. I mean, to tell you what they think you do. And I'm giving it out. I'm also putting it to you. Ask the people around you to tell you what they think you do. I have done the assignment before, and I got a good response because I've been a big promoter of my business and what I represent. But if you have not been actively talking about what you do, telling your story, creating a narrative about what you do, you realize that people don't really know what you do. Or they can't place. And you know, if the response you get is that you're an entrepreneur, that's the worst. That's one of the worst response because they have to be able to tell in specific term what you do and what your offers are. If you have more than one offer. So first thing first, we have to clarify this. Every opportunity needs visibility. Opportunity is not enough. So visibility is the doorway through which every opportunity enters. Without visibility, it's hard to get opportunity to you. Some people complain that I don't have opportunity. The first question I ask them is how visible you are, either on social media or among your friends, people that know you. Can they really tell what you represent? So I have some ideas I want to share with us today. But before I dive into those ideas, the first thing I want to answer, the first question I would like to address is what is invisibility? Because when I say visibility, the first thing that comes to your mind, if I can guess, is that you are thinking of your Instagram account. You are thinking of your Facebook account. You are thinking of how many followers you have on Twitter or you have on your TikTok. And that is not what I'm here to discuss. However, it's also part of what visibility is all about. But visibility is beyond the number of social media followers you have. It first starts from what people know you as, what you represent. When people think of you, what comes to mind? When people think of Tunde that sells shoe, do they think you make the shoe or you just sell shoe? Do they think you have a brand around shoe or it's just one of the things because you see, the idea I'm trying to paint is not that you do a certain business, is that you have created a brand around it. Is that people know that you are the go-to person when it comes to this. You might not be the best, but the people that know you as one of the best in that niche or in that industry. So invisibility is much deeper. It is when people don't know what you do nor your value. That's another thing entirely. They know what you do, but do they know that your value is top notch? Do they know that, or do they believe that you can offer the value that they require? Not because you lack value, but because nobody knows you have the value. It's hard to tell people or how much they need to work on themselves. You see someone that you think, this person is not doing so well, but it's hard to communicate to you that you are not doing so well. All they can do is to encourage you and help you get better. But it first starts from visibility. And if you're not visible enough, you won't even give room for people to say, oh, I think you should work on this. I think you should work on that. Like someone said, he said, you don't know a fool, or you might not tell that a person is a fool until he opens his mouth. I'm not addressing anybody, but I'm just saying that until you are visible, that is when people can say, we are doing this wrong, we are not doing this right. That's when they can now give you better, approach or guide you on what to change and what not to change. So the next thing I want to address is why this invisibility is dangerous. Why some people think that there's no big deal in not posting on social media, why others think that if you are doing a good work, it should be able to promote itself. I take a stand. I believe that if you believe in your product or your service, you should promote it. If you believe in your product or service, you should put it out there. You should, because visibility is not about promoting yourself or wanting to make more money, because these are the ideas people have around visibility. And people will think I'm doing too much. We are still going to get to all those philosophies or ideologies. But the idea of visibility is that you have something that can help another person. Why not help them to see that you have it? And it will be a privilege for them to pay to get it. Because when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. So the money is money is not the value. What you offer in exchange for money is the value. So don't feel bad when you are collecting the money. It's not a big deal to collect money. You're offering the value because the value you're offering also came at a cost. So don't put aside the idea of the fact that because I'm selling it, so if I promote it, people will think I'm just about the money. Who doesn't want money? Who doesn't like money? So imagine two people. Let's take a graphic designer, for example. Two graphic designer. One is should I say an average designer? Of course, does good work, but it's not so exceptional. And the other person is very excellent at what he does. Now, this average person is always posting, always promoting, telling stories about his work and all that. And this other guy that's very excellent. I mean, if you see his design, you want to look one more time because it catches attention. This other guy believes that he's very good, so he doesn't need to promote himself. So he just does design for one or two people here and there. Who will get more opportunity? Is it the guy that is average but promotes his business or his skills, or the other person that is very excellent but does not promote at all? I bet to say that it's this other guy that is always telling story and promoting his skill. Why? Because number one is that he has chances of getting better if he's really serious about what his craft is. Then also, he has more jobs to validate what he does. And can I say that the most known products are not the best? That's simply the most known. The best, so the most sold products are not the best. They are simply the most known because people know about it and it's solving their problem. So you don't have to be the best to promote your service. As long as it's solving people's problem, then you can now take it off from there and get better and get better. Now let's go to the psychology behind invisibility. Why do you think visibility is not necessary? Can I remind you that Tony Elumelu is still posting almost every day? Michael Adenuga is still, all these big guys, they are still showing up on social media every now and then. So why do you think it's not necessary for you to show up? Why do you think so? When I think of Elon Musk, the fact that he's the first trillionaire, in this age, is not what gets my attention. But what gets my attention is that he has a name. If all of this happened, he became a trillionaire when we don't have social media and when most people don't know about him, he just became a trillionaire and that was all. He can get to a place where people don't know him, and then if he does not have access to his funds, he might be crippled. But in a world where almost everybody that uses social media knows that this guy is a trillionaire, even if he loses all his money, do you know that the fact that he has a name, he has visibility, we can all contribute to take him back to where he fell from. So when I think of him, I don't think of his money, I think of the name he has built for himself. That name alone can open doors. That name alone can get billions of products on credit, even if he does not have the money. That I think visibility is more about building a name for yourself. And the Holy Book says that a good name is better than silver or gold. So when we think of visibility, let's not think about trying to push our business or trying to make money. It's more of trying to build a brand or trying to make a name for ourselves. And making a name for yourself, can afford you so many things that money might not be able to afford you at the point where you need them. What are the ideologies around invisibility? One is fear of judgment. Maybe some people might think they like money too much. People might want to judge them. They might not be the best at what they do, especially when it comes to creating videos like this. For me, I'm not the best at at this stage, I'm not the best. This is not the best of me. But however, I just feel if I don't put this out there, I might just be talking to one person. And one person can watch this video. And that could be the turnaround for that person. Just because I summoned the courage to make this video. It might not even be the best video you see on the internet. But then I've taken my time to think about this and come up with it and sit behind the camera and just spitball. So fear of judgment is one. Some people might think, what if I look stupid, or what if I look like I don't know what I'm saying, or what if I'm not confident? All of these are just happening in your mind, because at the end of the day, people think more of themselves than you. For someone that is seeing this video, your mind just You might just fast forward to this point. I just saw this and just scroll away. That does not make me a bad person or a bad communicator. I've communicated, and we are still going to get there. Let me not run ahead of myself. Some people also want to wait till they are perfect. Some people want to wait till their logo is perfect, their website is perfect, their office is at good condition, they have the best lighting, they have the best camera, the mic is working very well. All of those are in your head. Meanwhile, some less qualified start immediately. Visibility rewards movement and not perfection. Please, can I say that don't wait till you are perfect before you start doing what you need to do, because you can wait till you are perfect and you don't now have the leverage social media affords you when you are not perfect. I don't need to explain that. But you don't have to wait till you're perfect. Even people want to see your growth. Nobody wants to see one person that just came out of the blues and you are just no. We want to see your growth. We want to see where you started from and where you had it. That is storytelling. That shows that you grew from somewhere you were trying, then you got better. And then, so some people secretly believe that if I put myself out there and nobody responds, it means that I am not valuable. That is not true. If you make a video and you only got one like, that doesn't mean that the video is bad. In fact, sometimes you have made videos and I never got one like. I didn't get one like. And it doesn't mean that the video was bad. And I made a video on TikTok about 3 months ago, and then the video was already getting to 1 million views. And it was just a random video. There was no preparation. I saw the video and I reacted to it. And then before I knew it, I started getting likes, followers, and that was on TikTok. But then TikTok has taken down my account right now. Can you imagine? But the video was already approaching 1 million views. I've gotten hundreds of followers on TikTok. So that is how it is. So you don't need to wait till you're perfect. And when people don't like your video, it doesn't mean that the video is not valuable. So avoid trying to be perfect before you start doing what you need to do. So the pain of possible rejection feels greater than the pain of remaining unknown. Some people feel that it's better I don't get rejection than people not knowing me. I mean, I don't need to explain that. Then we have the imposter syndrome and others. Let me move to visibility is not vanity. So visibility is not vanity. It is building a brand. That's what I see visibility as. It is intentionally ensuring that you are writing your own story or you are telling your own story. Because whenever you are not visible, it does not mean that you are not building a brand. It just means that you have allowed other people to build or to write your story for you. Because whether you are trying to be visible or you are not, or you are making videos or you're not, people are writing stories about you. People have an ideology about what your brand represents. So it's better to now take the pen and write your story yourself. Tell people about what you do, what your offers are, and how they can do business with you. Another way to look at it is that, okay, for some people, they feel, okay, my business is not, I'm not the best in the industry. Why not share your knowledge or share your journey? Tell people what you have gone through. Tell people your experiences. Some people can relate with your experience because that is where they are right now. Some people that have gone past, they might look at you and feel, what's this person saying? It does not matter. At every point in time, you have an audience you serve. For example, Vin Yang put it this way, from scale of 1 to 10, if you're at scale 2, you might not be able to serve people on scale 5, but people on scale 1 can relate more with your journey or to your journey than people on scale 4. So if you're on scale 4, it's easier for you to help people on scale 3 and scale 2. So don't say that there's nobody that does not know anything, because at one point or the other, you've been disappointed, you failed, you've succeeded at something, and there are some people right now, they just want to be like you. That's their prayer point. So please, visibility is not vanity. Visibility is rather service. You are serving people. You are making your service known to people. And it's not a big deal if they pay for it. It is fine if they pay for it. Like I said, when people pay for your service, they pay attention. Another point I want to make is sales problems are usually visibility problems. For us, I run a brand X Magic of visibility, growth, and sales. I've interacted with several business owners, and several brands. And I realized that when people say we are not making sales, we don't have customers, we need to run ads, the major problem is first visibility. And there's this idea I learned from someone. He said to validate a content you should run ad on, you should first do an organic check. That is, put it out there and get people's reaction. If the video is not doing well organically, it's possible that it might not do well when you run ads. That means it all starts from, no matter the business you do right now, make it a point of duty to start creating content around it, no matter what it is. You make shoes, sell bags, you repair phone, you fix laptop, you a social media manager, you're a graphic designer, create content around it. Because sales problem is first a visibility problem. So why people should build in public? I recently got this idea that it is very important to build in public rather than building in silence or waiting for when you have the big break before you start posting on social media. When you build in public, it helps you in several ways. For me, people might think, why not build when you have the perfect office space before you start doing videos? But for me, I think it's better to do it backwards because visibility creates accountability. Sometimes the reason why we are not consistent is because we are not visible. The more you become visible, the more you want to hold yourself, the more you have people looking out or waiting for your video, or you have people putting you in check. So it creates accountability. It also creates feedback. When you are visible, you can get feedback on what to do well and what to reduce, or what to, what to increase and what to, adjust. Also create community. When you are visible, you can create community because some people need motivation, some people need inspiration. And your visibility can help them, can inspire them to also get on their own journey and do better. And one of the best things you can do for people is not giving them money, is inspiring them to work on their own ideas. So the next point I want to talk about is visibility is training. Visibility is training. I was talking to someone that wanted to start a YouTube channel, and the person was asking me, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to put in place such that my account can grow very fast and all that, I can get monetized and all that? And I said, immediately I paused and I said, what is the goal of opening that YouTube channel? And he said, okay. So he also paused and he wasn't sure exactly the response to give because I paused also. So I said, the major aim for creating a YouTube channel is first for training, not for monetization. The reason why I created YouTube channel is not for monetization. It's so that I can do what I think I know how to do and validate my skills. Communication, presentation, storytelling, narration, and all that. So I want to hone my skills. Then alongside, if eventually my channel grows, it is fine. If it doesn't grow, it is fine. Whether or not it grows, I've learned something. Whether or not it grows, I've developed myself. Before I get to that global stage, I can test it while facing camera or while getting small gigs here and there. I can also tell my story better and also build my brand. I can get sure to post on social media and keep my account consistently running. So that is the major aim. It is for training. It is first for personal development, not really to make a statement that I now have a YouTube channel. So this is very, very important. So every video teaches communication, teaches public speaking, teaches storytelling, also gives me confidence on what to do and what to adjust. And also when I learn communication, I use presentation like this to practice what I've learned, to be sure that, okay, have I really learned this? Do I need to go back to it and also, I will learn again. So everyone has a brand. I've said this before. Everyone has a brand. There's a framework I want to give us before I leave today. The framework is visible. VISIBLE. The V stands for voice. Share your idea. Do not stay in silence. As a matter of fact, I tell people, when you have an idea and you don't have money to fund it, you don't have the space or the necessary gadget or equipment you need, the first thing to start doing is to start creating content around it. Don't be scared that someone else can steal your idea. There's a way you even create content. You don't share you don't share everything. But Start putting your ideas out there. Let people feel either your pain or what you're trying to communicate. You will see that someone could just pick interest in it and want to know more about it. That's when you can now share in depth. But it is very important that when you have an idea, share your idea. Start creating content around it. No matter the business, no matter the kind, maybe you want to run an NGO, you want to go into agriculture, start talking about it. Voice. Lend your voice. Start talking about it. Educate people around it. Inspire people around it. Own that vision. And how you own vision is that you voice it. You own vision by voicing it. Number two is what I call identity. Be known for something. Be known for something. Everybody has an identity, but some of us have not taken it upon ourselves to own it. We allow people to put put an identity on us. Same for believers. If you're a believer, you should be able to own it. You should be able to stand out. You should be able to voice it and stand out for it. No, the S is show your work. Show your work. No matter the kind of business you do, there's a way you can show your work. Even if you're a web developer, you can show your work. It's part of storytelling. It's part of building your brand. So I've said V is voice, I is identity, S is show your work, I is interact with people, engage with people. One of the powerful ways to build a brand is collaborating with people. As a matter of fact, what is a brand? A brand is simply pairing two things together. A brand is pairing things together. So if you are building a brand, you should be able to collaborate with people that speak to your brand. People that lend their voice to your brand, people that there should be people you can collaborate with. So engage with people. Do not build your brand alone, especially, and you need to be very, very careful of how you collaborate with people. But you would surely find people you can collaborate with when you're building your brand. Then B is build consistently. Now, there's an idea of consistency that I want to address. Some people think that when you say you're consistent, you have to always post every single day, or you have to always make video every single day, or 30 videos. No, I don't think that is consistent. What I think is consistency is that you, based on where you are, you can always show up. So if it is once in a week that is convenient with you, stick to one in a week and show up. And also, consistency goes beyond how much you show up. It's being consistent in your story. Not that today you are making videos about brand identity. Tomorrow you are making videos about I'm looking for something that is very far from it. So there are some things you can connect together, but the gap should not be so wide that they are not parallel. You can't be singing today and you are just making noise tomorrow. I think consistency goes beyond just how much you show up. It also goes to how consistent your ideas are, so that people that have been following you know your direction per time. They know that this person talks about brand strategy. So, and everything around brand strategy, visibility, storytelling, growth, sales, building a brand, yeah. Then L is leverage on platforms. Leverage on platform. You have your social media platform. You have WhatsApp. Some people have forgotten that WhatsApp is a platform. WhatsApp is a platform. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And some people also ask, which platform should I major on? Sometimes it depends on the niche you are in, but at least do not only use one platform. For example, I lost not my personal TikTok, my business, one of my businesses, the TikTok account. I lost it recently. I need to open another one. But of course, I have Instagram for it. I have LinkedIn for it. So leverage on platforms. Then the last one, which is E, is educate. Teach what you know. Don't hide idea. Teach what you know. Perhaps if you're not sure where to start, one challenge I give to people is that I tell them to either do a 7 days challenge or do a 14 days or 30 days challenge. This will help you to always show up almost every day. If you can show up every day for 7 days and you are able to say one or two things, it has helped build your confidence that, okay, if I can show up 7 days like this, then if I have to now show up 3 times in a week for the next 3 or 6 months, then I can do it. So take up the challenge, do a 7 days challenge, a 14 days challenge, a 30 days challenge. I've done a 30 days challenge that I didn't finish, but it has helped me to understand the topic. I did a 30 days challenge around brand strategy. I didn't finish it, But at least I got to a place where I now understood, because I had to read more, I had to learn other things I didn't know before. I had to ensure that my communication is very consistent with what I started with in day one, or what I said I wanted to talk about. So that I believe that all of those will help if you practice them, because it's not enough to learn. It's also important to practice. I hope that this helps you. If you're just coming across this video, I want you to like, I want you to share, and I want you to subscribe, so that when we have videos like this that are very valuable to you and your brand and your businesses, you will also get notification if you tap the notification button. I hope to see you another time. My name is Temitope Adeyemi, and I'm your brand strategist for accomplished founder. That is, I help people that have done incredible work in their niche or in their space to build visible influence. That is what I do. So see you next time, the same channel. Stay connected. Thanks.